When I was at John Shank's studio, I was there for a couple days while he was gone. So I got to, it was an amazing studio. It's his house, it's just stunning. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna write a couple songs. And I once again went to the 90s. And I said, what's the feel of, remember all those Oasis and the Verve and you know, all these, you know, Radiohead and all this great music that was coming out in the 90s, and how it kind of had this, you know, they were pulling from the Beatles. You know, you could feel that sort of Beatle influence, and I just started, you know, playing the keyboards, and you went out looking for yourself. What did you think you'd find? And I went back to the 90s, and I went back to the relationship I had in the 90s. You know, and it was a relationship that, well, again, a lot of songs came from it. It was a bit tumultuous. It did not end well, but I learned and moved on. And as I looked at that relationship and my partner that I was with at the time, and I looked at myself and I realized how much I put on that person's looks, and how sometimes we fall in love with what we think is attractive and beautiful because we want to feel attractive and beautiful. And I started thinking about my friends, about the women that I knew in the 90s. And I started thinking, what are they doing now? Because that currency of your good looks and your attractiveness, that's not there anymore. You know, what are you going to do now? And I started writing that, and a couple verses in, you want a stairway to heaven, but you won't take the journey one step at a time. It's too long a climb. You know, it's this what is the woman that has been attractive, has made it on those looks? What are you going to do now in this day and age? And I needed some redemption in there. And so when I got to the last verse, your book's been judged now, cover to cover, and time has made you one or the other now. Every choice you've made has been written on your face. You know, we have the lines now, and in between the lines, you can find the grace of a woman. Women in the middle age and our elder years, we have a grace, we have things we can teach. We have, you know, much knowledge and wisdom. And I wanted to leave the listener with that sort of thought that there's a place for that. So that's a woman like you.